Day 28. Almost done. I can't believe it's day 28. That means it's been 4 weeks. Um, yeah, it's the end is near, and the calendar of events suggested that this might happen, and it did. Johanna and I went for a hike. Hike is a strong word. We took our dog and we went to do a hike. We found a trail we wanted to find, and it turned out to be like a road that led to a bridge and a lake. And if you go to Johanna's Instagram, it's all there. But it really wasn't a hike, and it's funny because I kind of had like a false positive moment. Like, you know how when you're really into something, you like look for excuses justifying it. Um, Maybe I'm the only one that does that, but yeah, I don't think I am. So I was like, we were like on our way back, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. It's like, what? I'm like, so because of Whole30, I have a lot more energy. It's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, we've been hiking for like 2 hours, and usually I'd have to like stop and catch my breath, and I'd be like winded, and I feel great. She's like, you'd have to catch your breath after a walk? In that moment, I'm like, yeah, okay. There wasn't much of an incline. It was like a dirt road, but it was like a dirt road that cars would go on. It wasn't much. It was a fun little walk. Um, but I'm like trying to give the Whole30 credit that it hasn't yet earned. We'll have to do a real hike tip before I'll know for sure. But anyway, while we were on this walk hike, we were talking about Whole30 coming to an end, and both of us were like a little nervous about it coming to an end because I think the fear is that we will have a slice of pizza, and then the next thing you know, we're gonna like wake up in the middle of a public place with like fast food wrappers around us and like old food like covering our bodies, and we'll just kind of like look around like in a drunken stupor, like what happened to us. At least that's my fear. What can I say? I have unrealistic fears. But for real though, like I love how I feel, and I don't in 2 days I'm gonna step on the scale and see how much weight I've lost. Um, but I think I've lost weight. It seems like I have. Um, and I want to keep living this way, but I also want to reintroduce food and see how I do with it. But I am a little worried that like I'm gonna go back to where I was before, and I don't want to be where I was before. I want to be healthy, and I want to be fit, not necessarily like muscle bound or whatever, but like I want to feel good and continue feeling good. And I'm worried that if I start having pizza and ice cream and red vines and gummy bears again, that like I'm gonna go back into old habits where I'd go to the grocery store and pick up an extra thing of gummies and eat half of it on the way home and put half of it in my car and have it on the way to work the next day. And I just don't want to live that way anymore, you know? So that's the fear. I mean, obviously we could do another Whole30 or do a Whole45 or whatever. Um, there's nothing really stopping us from doing that, I guess. But there's something about having a deadline that makes the whole thing doable. Um, because like I can do anything for 30 days, but like if I'm just indefinitely never eating pizza again, like I'm going to fail that because it's too esoteric. Um, so yeah, that's kind of I'm a little worried, but we'll take it one day at a time. I've developed new habits over 30 days, so who knows? So yeah. And as for yesterday's post, thank you for all your love. A lot of people have contacted me privately, and even publicly sharing their favorite cat memes and other things. Um, yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, maybe I think this video is already running kind of long, and so maybe tomorrow I'll explain like kind of where my head's at a little bit with that. So depression sucks, but we move on. And I'm actually feeling pretty good today. So there you have it. Day 28 coming to a close. Hope you had a good weekend.